Timeout here is going to get Sears out there to, or Steck out there to go talk to his pitcher. Calm him down a little bit maybe, see if we can get a little relaxing going there. Take a look down to second base here. Over to first and throw to second. Well in there, back when he heading through anyway. So, see if I can see better from this angle. There's a swing and a miss with a nice pitch right down the middle for Larimer. Looking at 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners on first and second here for the Vikings. So, Matter takes a quick check of that, steps back off the rubber. Back in here, 1-1 the count. Being signaled out there from Pete Perry behind the plate here today. Another swing and a miss for a strike out there for Larimer. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 runners out on the bases there. Start things off here at the top of this first inning here for Lake Stevens. Then look back over at the plate. There's the pop ball going back toward the fence, over the fence. And out of play, well out of play, and also missed the truck. Got the old broadcast truck back there. Trying to protect that. Just a long strike ball there. For Larimer. There's a real high pitch outside. That's probably, by my count, should be 3-2, but I guess it's 2-2, according to the scoreboard. So, runners, there's a high pitch. Yeah, and that's 3-2, so. Well, first inning here, 3-2 is the count, 2 on. Full count here to for the Vikings. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, right inside there. So it's a first strikeout there for Jackson here today for Matter, and he'll be happy about that.
The second baseman, number 12, Aaron Lampinen.
So Perkins strikes out. Brings up the third baseman here. Lampinen. Lampinen takes that first pitch in there for a ball as he's looking to make something happen here for the Vikings today. Takes his second pitch. Looked a little high, but right on top of the mark there. So it's another strike for him. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. 3 aces in the first inning. That's a little high for a ball. Ball 2 here. Timeout here as the conference out on the mound here as Jackson Timberwolves coach goes out there, one of the assistant coaches. That's not the head coach, Kirk Nicholson, but I think that's whoever's doing the pitching coaching here today. Didn't catch his name either, but a quick run out there and settle things down. Umping on the bases out there today is Scott Stacy. He's got some work for him out there now with runners on first and second. 1 out here. Pitch into Lampinen here. Low and in the dirt. 3 balls and 1 strike for Lampinen. Drives the ball inside for a walk.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 5, Trey Long.
Well, bases loaded here with 1 out. High and inside. Designated hitter here, number 5, Lone. Took a cut at that on the inside corner for a 1-1. The Jackson Timberwolves in a little bit of trouble here to start this inning off today. And Blake Stevens pouring it on right now with the bases loaded here. Looking to get one of those in at least. There's a foul tip back into the backstop there for a called strike. What I call a strike anyway. Swing and a miss strike, swing and a hit strike. One ball, 2 strikes in here to Lone. And here comes the pitch. High pitch inside for a strikeout. Second out. So it looks like Matter's kind of getting a little bit in trouble, getting out of trouble with 2 strikeouts here and a walk. Walk the bases. That brings up Broyce, number 9, playing first base here today. He takes that first pitch in there for a ball. Two outs here. Bases loaded. Nice cut for Bruce there. Matter's kind of getting in the groove out there. Lots of noise coming out of the. Another nice curveball cut, swing and a miss. So Bruce behind the count here. Matter above the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in this first inning with the bases still loaded. And there's a cut swing, dropped the ball, missed it. Catcher picked it up easily over to first for out number 3. So Bruce strikes out for out number 3 to end the threat here by Lake Stevens in the first inning, leaving 3 on base. So we're right back for the bottom of 1 right after this.
You know that test drive I've been trying to get to? You're not going to believe this, but Raritan's of Monroe just delivered it to my work. I gotta go.
Too busy to schedule a test drive? Raritan's of Monroe will bring the test drive to you. It's part of our new concierge service.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
All right, back here for the bottom of the first inning here. This is Ron Henthorn giving you the rundown here as best I can today here from behind the plate at Jackson High School, Jackson Timberwolves against Lake Stevens. Lake Stevens started off that first inning with bases loaded and left it that way. And Case Matter, the pitcher, who's at the plate right now, got himself out of trouble in that first inning for Jackson. So let's see if he can get something going for his team here. He takes that first pitch for a called strike in there. Both these teams looking at a pretty good record. Like I say, Jackson's 4-2 and Lake Stevens 5-1 so far as they enter into conference play here today. Jackson putting up some numbers on the game. They had 12 runs against Swan Lake Terrace and sneaked out a win Saturday against Edmonds Woodway 5-4 in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1 ball and 2 strikes in here for Case. Nice day for baseball. Cool day today, but took a called strike there. Looked a little low and outside, but
Next batter for Jackson is the second baseman, number 5, Dylan Anders.
Dylan Anders, second baseman here for Jackson. Step into the plate here now and see what he can do. As we got 1 out here for Jackson. Bottom of the first. Glad you're with us today. I say it's a little bit cloudy, but partly sunny. Getting a little sun here now and then. So, slight shadows on the players out there. The pitch is low and inside for ball 2. Typical northwest weather for baseball. Cool, but nice. Not even raining today, even though we do play in the rain up here. That blows high and outside, so Dylan's sitting there taking 3 pitches in there for balls, as he'll probably take this pitch in there as well. And that pitch was so high the catcher couldn't even catch it. It bounced off the backstop right in front of me and back to the catcher. So Anders is down on first base with a walk. Brings up number 33, Ben Steck. So 1 on, 1 out. Ben steps in here. Nice lead on first base over there by Dylan, but didn't go anywhere. Ben Steck's catching here for Jackson today. Peterson steps off the mound there. Take a look at first base, step back in. High school baseball, Wesco 4A. There's a hit ball right down the middle, past the pitcher out into center field on the ground, advancing the runner to second base. As Ben gets the first hit for Jackson Timberwolves here today and gets on first base. So 1 out with 2 on here as
Now batting the right fielder,
Bradley
number 39,
Lundquist.
Bradley Lundquist. Pinch running is number 34, Chris Grayson.
And just heard that Chris Grayson has stepped in on first base over there running for the pitcher out there. Case Matter was on 32, was on second base there. So 2 on again for Jackson here as they get something going here at the bottom of the 9, bottom of the first inning here, and let's see if Lake Stevens Vikings can shut them down, just like the Timberwolves shut down Lake Stevens in top of the 1. There's a hard hit ball off Peterson. In between left, right, and center field. That'll score one. And a nice hit by Lindquist out into
Now batting the third
center
baseman,
field.
number 2, Ryan Contreras.
Ryan Contreras step in here now with runners at the corners, first and third here for Jackson as they take the lead here in the bottom one. No luck for the Vikings like there was for Jackson at the top of the first. Jackson like to get at least one more run out of this inning here with a runner on third. That's a called strike on Ryan. So 1 run, 1 out. Nice lead off first base. Gonna try to threaten. Why are they not running home? Here he comes. Well, there's a little bit of action going out there between first and second. And I don't know that they got him out there. He ended up throwing the ball out there and ended up coming home from third. I wasn't sure why it took him so long to start. But he did. And Bradley's still out there on first base as Jackson gets the second run here. That ball's in the dirt, but stopped nicely there. So we got 2 runs in off of 2 hits so far here for Jackson. Bradley Lundqvist still back on first base over there. I don't know how he got out of that trap that he got himself into to get a run in, but very successful there for Jackson today. All right, after a little conference out there in the mound with the coach here of Lake Stevens. We'll see if we can't get something going here. Jackson flies that ball out in the right field line. Right fielder going back. And ball is foul, I believe. It is. So Bradley Lindquist, who got all the way over to third base before it got shut down, got to go back to first. I'll put Ryan back at the plate with 2 balls and 2 strikes. And still got 1 out here in this first inning. That ball's in the dirt, but stopped nicely there by Lindgren. So Ryan steps back in with 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Take a look at this one. That ball looked awful good, but wasn't. I guess it was 3 balls and 2 strikes. I was looking at the scoreboard out there.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 42, Jeremy Vieira.
So it brings up Jeremy Vieira. For Jackson here, doing designated hitting duties today for the left fielder, Underhill. Takes that first pitch in there for a ball. Jackson looking pretty good here in the bottom one with 2 runs in on a couple of hits and only 1 out so far. Runners on first and second as Jeremy takes that pitch. high and outside for a ball 2. And takes the next pitch outside for ball 3. Little breeze blowing into something. Not too much blowing out down here on the field. Take a look back at second base, back to first. Here's the pitch. And that's a called strike on a 3-0 to Jeremy. Taking that one all the way today. There's a hard hit ball out to left field. Left fielder's over. Got that one. Throws it back in nicely, holding runners in place.
Now batting the shortstop,
So
46, Dom
now
Helmet.
I got 2 outs here with 2 left on. 2 runs in. Brings up number 46, Dominic Hellman here with 2 outs. Let's see if he can get a little more across the plate here for Jackson here, the bottom 1. Dominic looks like he's about 6'4", standing out there full upright. Drops down into a crouch to take that first pitch as a ball. Dominic looks like a nice big target for sure. Nice lead off a second, throws that ball in the dirt. That's 2 balls in there to Dominic. So Peterson having a little trouble out there for Vikings. As that pitch comes in there nice, and Dominic takes a nice cut at that for a strike. So Peterson like to get out of here without too much more trouble, as we've got 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 on. Here's the pitch. That ball was just high. Ball 3. The 3-1 count to Dominic. The last thing Peterson wants to do here is to walk him and load the bases. But it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world that could happen, because then the ground balls play at any place. So not too worried about throwing an easy strike. And he throws it high and does walk him. So it's his 3rd walk here for Peterson, as that loads the bases. For Jackson, it brings up first baseman number 30, Jared Pavic. Jared batting in the 8th position here. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Okay, yep, I'm good. We're on timeout? Oh, I'm still on. I thought we were going to take a timeout there for a minute while we got a new pitcher coming in here, so we can do that if you want.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
And be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
All right, back live here, still in the bottom of the first inning as we have a change in the battery out there. Dominic Gray is now stepping in, take over the pitching duties here for Lake Stevens as he steps in with the bases loaded here with 2 outs, taking over for Peterson.
For Jackson, the first baseman,
So
number 30, Jared Pavic.
We'll see what Jared Pavic can do here against the new pitcher as he steps into the plate. Again, Jackson with 2 runs here in this inning. And again, bases loaded here for Jared Pavic. That's a nice pitch right down the center with a little bit of motion on it by Dominic Gray. Timeout here by Dominic. Wants to dig in the dirt here a little bit with his feet. All right, steps back in there. That ball's a called strike as well. So Dominic Gray throwing a couple of quick strikes in there to Jared Pavic, and he's way behind the count here. So he's probably not going to get anything too good on this shot by Dominic. Here comes the pitch. Oh, nice curveball. Line drive right to the third baseman. And Dominic Gray gets out of that quickly with 3 strikes and a line drive to the third base to end the inning here for Jackson. So 2 runs in on 2 hits. We'll be back for the top of 2 right after this.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
You know that test drive I've been trying to get to? You're not going to believe this, but Raritan's of Monroe just delivered it to my work. I gotta go.
Too busy to schedule a test drive? Raritan's of Monroe will bring the test drive to you. It's part of our new concierge service.
All right, back here for the top of 2 at Jackson High School in Mill Creek area. In
First batter for Lake Stevens.
Horsham area.
21, the center fielder, Cameron Austin.
First batter here for Lake Stevens will be center fielder Cameron Austin. As Jackson is going to try to hold things down, and Lake Stevens is going to try to get some runs back in this ball game. Lake Stevens has been scoring a lot of runs lately in their ball games. Had a couple big games so far this season. I can pick that up for you here. They scored 12 runs against My Lake Terrace, but didn't score the same kind of running that Jackson's been scoring. And there's a quick strikeout there. Lake Stevens scored 17 against Meadowdale back
Now batting for Lake Stevens,
Tuesday,
right
and
fielder, number 8.
it's a lot of runs in a ball game. That's a ground ball into the dirt. And umpire says it's a foul ball, I think. I believe it was. Hit the base, hit the home plate. So Patterson will step back in here for Lake Stevens with one out here. And that ball is so far out, the catcher couldn't get that one. Just kind of got away from him there. Came flying into the backstop. I'm glad it was there because it was coming right at us. Case Matter flips that one back inside as it's fouled back up over the backstop. So 1 ball, 2 strikes in here to Patterson. He's the second batter here in the top of 2 here for Lake Stevens. That ball's called strike. That looked a little bit low, but it was called strike. So back-to-back strikeouts here for Case Matter as he's starting to settle things down here pretty good. Brings up the catcher here for the Lake Stevens Vikings, Lindgren. Big cut swing in there at the second pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike for Lindgren. There's another pitch, and that's pretty good speed on those balls coming there. That was high and inside. Ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike here. And there's a ball on the outside corner, swung at and missed for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the second inning. Fouled back out of play. Lindgren ran all the way down to first base. Coming all the way back, he can use the exercise. It's always good for him. So still got deuces running here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Second inning, 2 runs in for Jackson and 2 hits for Jackson on the scoreboard out there. And we're still looking at all deuces out there on the scoreboard. 6 deuces as we get our second pitch fouled off by Lindgren there. And that's fouled off again. Back into the backstop here. Well, I'd like to say deuces are wild because things are wild right here now, and that ball is low and inside. And we finally got another number on the board out there. 3-2, full count. This could be the last pitch of this inning, and that's in the dirt, and he walked him. So quickly down to first base. And it wasn't the last pitch of the inning. So with 2 outs, Lake Stevens gets the runner on first base. Brings up Tanner Lynn. Left fielder here. Started off the first inning with a nice big hit out to center field off of Case Matter. So let's see if he can do something like that again. He's got a runner on first. Keep things going here with 2 outs, and that ball's in the dirt and past the catcher back to the backstop. Moving Lindgren down to second base. Ball 1 for Tanner. Quick look back at second. It's a ground ball to the first baseman. Picked it up over the pitcher on the cover, and he's out of there for out number 3. So that ends the top of 2 here for Jackson, leaving 1 on. And we'll be back for the bottom 2 right after this.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
And be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
For Jackson. Kyle's first time at the plate, and a nice hard hit ball out to left field. Drops in front of the left fielder for a nice big hit. Right off the gate, just like that.
Now batting the pitcher, number 32, Case Matter.
So that'll bring up the Jackson pitcher here, Case Matter. Case has been doing a nice job pitching out there. Struck out his first time at bat here in the first inning, so he's 0 for 1 at the plate. Got a runner on first. Takes that first pitch. Looked a little bit high, maybe high and inside. They got Kyle Sears down on first base for Jackson. That ball floats a little high to Case for 2 balls. Dominic Gray, who came in strong, finished off the inning there. He's having a little bit of control problem here right now. Let's see what he can do with this pitch. There's nice, caught the outside corner for a strike. Okay, stepping back in there. Oh, that was a nice curved ball, ground out to second, over to shortstop for 1. And a little in time. Was that a double play? It was in time. Blocked out by the post there a little bit. Didn't quite see that.
Second baseman, number 5,
So
Dylan Anders.
Case is out. So 2 outs here as Dylan Anders is in there, and he takes a nice curve ball for a called strike. Dominic Gray is showing a little proficiency out there with that curveball today. He got Case swing at that last one and grounded out to the second baseman for for a double play. There's a foul ball tipped back into the backstop. So 0-2 is the count here with 2 outs here to Jackson at the bottom of 2 here. And that pitch was a flyer way outside by Dominic Gray. He's got some good pitches and some few wild pitches, so I don't know about standing in that batter's box and wondering what's going to happen, but He's going to throw something down your way, and you better be ready for it. And there it is, right at him, and it hit him right in the back. I thought it hit him in the back. No. I guess he got out of the way. That was close. Three and two. Pop. Infield play. Looks like it's going to be covered by the first baseman, and it is. He's under that for the out. We're out number 3, so Dylan pops up there, and we'll end the second inning here as we get ready for the top of 3. We'll be right back.
After 2 innings, Jackson 2.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
You know that test drive I've been trying to get to? You're not going to believe this, but Raritan's of Monroe just delivered it to my work. I gotta go.
Too busy to schedule a test drive? Raritan's of Monroe will bring the test drive to you. It's part of our new concierge service.
All right, back here for the top of the 3rd inning. Start off with number 10. Alaska's here for Lake Stevens Vikings. Looking at 2 balls here to start things off. Lake Stevens behind in this game 2-0. You can see that. Nice pitch in there by Case Matter for called strike. Hard hit ball right out left fielder. He's going to over. Drops in front of the left fielder. Picks it up, throws it in the short, quick into the second. From the relay for a nice hit there for Zoller. So
third baseman number 6, Theron Perkins.
So Zarin Perkins struck out in the 1st inning. Got a man on first with no outs. Takes that first pitch high and outside. Throw to first. Back in plenty of time. Just trying to keep him honest over there on first base so you know what to do. Hope. There's a nice cut down the middle. 1-1's the count here to Perkins. That ball kind of got a little bit outside. Didn't get away from Ben Steck there as he covered that nicely. With 2 balls and 1 strike here to Perkins. He pops that one up. Going to be center fielder coming way in to get that. And he does, so easy fly out to center field.
The next batter is the second
out
baseman,
number 1.
Aaron Lampinen.
So Aaron Lampinen struck out. No, actually, he didn't strike out. He walked the first time up. Perkins who struck out the first time. Got to read my scorecard correctly. So 1 out here as Lampinen takes that first pitch there for a ball. There's another popped up toward first base. Right fielder's coming in. Short second baseman went over and took that ball all the way between the first baseman and the right fielder for a nice catch. So called it all the way.
Now batting the designated hitter,
So
number
he
5,
traveled a long way to
Trey
get to that
Hall.
ball, but he had the to look at it. So nice play out there by Dylan Anders on second base. As we got 2 outs here for Jackson. And the designated hitter alone is at the plate here for Lake Stevens. Case Matter keeps trying to throw the ball over there to the first baseman and play catch with him. Just trying to hold the runner on first a little bit. Here's the pitch to the plate. It's a called strike on the outside corner. It's alone. Strike 1. We've got 2 outs here. At the top of 3. There's a fly ball going out to center field. Center field coming in, dropping in front of him. And playing way too deep for that. As Lone gets a hit. And Vanson Zillard down to second there.
Now batting the first baseman.
So 2 hits
9,
for Lake Stevens at the top of 3 here, and 2 on. And 2 outs. I like that. 2 hits, 2 on, 2 outs. Number 9. First baseman Brost steps in here. See what he can do with 2 outs here for Lake Stevens in the 3rd inning here, top of 3. Second pitch is low and outside as well, so 2 balls, no strikes to Brost. Matter throws a nice pitch. Little curve ball. Swung and missed there by Brost for a strike. 2-1. Case Matter looks pretty confident out there on the mound. So he takes a look down at the plate. Looks to check second base, and here's the throw. Foul ball tipped, probably going out of play well over the Lake Stevens dugout and into the woods. Nice crowd out here today for this ball game. Not real cold, but not real warm. Probably mid 50 to 60 degrees here. Probably 30, 40, 50 people out here. Fans, real friends, grandparents. Here's the pitch to Brost. Called strike, and that's out number 3. Caught looking to end the inning here with 2 on, as that'll end it for Lake Stevens for the top of 3, and we'll be right back for the bottom after this.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
You know that test drive I've been trying to get to? You're not going to believe this, but Raritan's of Monroe just delivered it to my work. I gotta go.
Too busy to schedule a test drive? Raritan's of Monroe will bring the test drive to you. It's part of our new concierge service.
All right, back here for the bottom of the third inning here. Jackson getting ready to get things going here for.
First batter for Jackson is the catcher, number 33, Ben Steck.
Bring up Ben Steck. Then got a hit in that first inning out to center field. Scored one of the runs for Jackson here today as he takes that first curveball in there nicely for a strike.
Let's go, Benny.
Ball's a little on the outside. Let that one go. One ball and one strike here to Ben Steck. Look at Dominic Gray out there on the mound there for Lake Stevens. Two balls and one strike to Ben. Nice curveball swung, ground to third, picked up nicely over to first, and plenty of time for the out. The ball bounced into the dirt, into the first baseman's hand.
Now batting the right fielder, number 39, Bradley Lundquist.
So I'll bring up Bradley Lundquist here. Bradley got a hit in the first inning as well, but was one of the three left on. That's a nice curveball called in there for a strike. Even though 2 runs came in the first inning, Bradley stayed out. There's a nice curveball he hit down to the shortstop. Handled nicely, picked up, easy throw to first. Bradley's pretty fast, almost beat it out, but didn't quite make it. So out number 2 for
Now
Jackson.
batting the third baseman, number 2, Ryan Contreras.
So that brings up Ryan Contreras. Ryan walked his first time in the first inning, and one of the Jackson players that was left on base as well. There's a hard hit ball over second baseman into mid-center field. Right fielder comes in to field it on the ground. So a hit there for Ryan.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 42, Jeremy Vieira.
That brings up Jeremy Vieira here with 2 outs. Runner on first. Good. Sorry about the interference there. There's a hard hit ball into left field. That'll advance the runners to second as the left fielder comes in. Throws that ball into third base. So 2 outs.
Now batting the shortstop, number 46, Dom Hellman.
Brings up Dominic Hellman. Dominic playing shortstop here for Jackson today. So he's got 2 on and 2 out here. Nice fast pitch, a little high and outside there. So Dominic Hellman at the plate, and Dominic Gray on the mound. Dominic against Dominic here. As Jackson Timberwolves trying to get some more runs here in this inning, and that pitch is right smack down the middle for a called strike. So 1-1 to Hellman. Dominic Gray takes a look back at second base. Foul tip off into the backstop. Dominic Gray, left-handed pitcher out there. It's the right-handed batter here today, Dominic Hillman. There's a quick pitch. That's a curveball that curved in there and nicely done. This ends up striking out and ending the inning there. So that'll end 3 here for Jackson. We'll be back for this top of the 4th right after this.
After 3 innings, Jackson 2, Lake Stevens 0.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
You know that test drive I've been trying to get to? You're not going to believe this, but Raritan's of Monroe just delivered it to my work. I gotta go.
Too busy to schedule a test drive? Raritan's of Monroe will bring the test drive to you. It's part of our new concierge service.
All right, back here for
Lake Stevens, the center fielder, number 21.
top of the 4th inning here. Brings up Lake Stevens, number 21. Mr. Austin that takes a cut at that first pitch. Struck out in the 2nd inning. See what he can do in here in the 4th inning. He takes a cut at that first pitch. High and outside. 1-1 to Austin here. The ball's low and bouncing away from the catcher in the dirt. Two balls, 1 strike here to Austin. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of 4 here. And called strike. Struck him out. Austin struck out. Out number 1 at the top of 4 here.
Now batting the right fielder, number 8.
So Case Matter settling in pretty good out there right now. As Mr. Patterson comes in, hits the ball on the ground to the second baseman, picked up easily, short throw over to first for the out, for out number 2. So 2 outs.
Now batting the catcher, number 3, Tommy Lindgren.
So Tommy Lindgren catching for Lake Stevens today, steps in with 2 outs here. Takes a big cut swing at that first pitch for striking number 1. Top of 4, 2 outs for Lake Stevens. That one's a little bit high. Tommy didn't want to swing at that one. Got on base in the 2nd inning with a walk. Takes that second pitch outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Takes that one in the dirt for 2-2. Ball tipped back. Now we're looking at 2-2. We're looking at 3-2. I think we're looking at 3-2. Called strike, and he's out of there. So a strikeout in the top of 4 here for Lake Stevens Vikings. He'll be back for the bottom of 4 right after this.
Test drive I've been trying to get to, you're not going to believe this, but Raritan's of Monroe just delivered it to my work. I gotta go.
Too busy to schedule a test drive? Raritan's of Monroe will bring the test drive to you. It's part of our new concierge service.
All right, back here for the bottom of 4. Brings up number 30, Jared Pavick for Jackson. Jackson having a good day here at their home ballpark today with a 2-run lead so far. Jared takes that first pitch in there for a called strike. That one's a little low and inside. So Dominic Gray still working out there on the mound for Lake Stevens after taking over in the first inning for Peterson. Peterson got in a little trouble there, and so far Dominic's been doing a great job out there for Lake Stevens Vikings as he's looking at a 2-1 count here to Jared Pavick. Jared hit a fly ball out to the third baseman. His first time at the plate, so he'd like to get this one in the hit column, I'm sure. Ball tipped back. Be 3-2 the count here to Jared. Jackson gets 2 runs in off of 5 hits here today. Timberwolves got 3 hits, but no runs. Dominic takes that third pitch. There's a fly ball over to left center field. Right center field, excuse me. And nice hit there for Jared as he starts things off here with a hit for Jackson. And a pinch runner be coming in for him. Looks like that's Chris Grayson going to get his chance to go out there and run on the base.
Chris Grayson at bat is the center fielder, number 31, Kyle Sears.
That'll bring up 9th batter here for Jackson, Kyle Sears. Got a hit in the 2nd inning. Got left on base. So we'll see what he can do here in the bottom of 4 as he has no outs and a runner on first. As Dominic takes a nice pitch in there, and it's a attempted bunt which went up over the head of the catcher and back into the screen in front of us here today. So just A strike for Kyle. Nice curveball there. Didn't come in and catch the plate for Dominic. Dominic gets the signal there, takes the check at first. Here's the pitch. An attempted bunt, and this bunt foul. So that'll be strike number 2 for Kyle. And I think with strike number 2, I don't know that he's going to be bunting, even though we got no outs here. Should be able to, but he probably won't. And throw to first. Nice throw to first. Got Jared Pavic a little dirty over there as he went face first into the first base bag. Oh, there's a nice pitch that was swung on outside and missed. And Kyle Sears for a strikeout. I think he thought that pitch was going to break in there, and it just didn't quite get in there. So I'll bring up the leadoff hitter here for Jackson, Case Matter. Case also pitching. It's that ball foul, out of play. Case struck out in the first inning. See what he can do here in the fourth. There's a curveball right down the middle, and it's a fly ball right out to center field. The center fielder gets over there under that. Picks it up, throws the ball back in all the way to first base, but the slow ball getting there, and allowed Pavic to get back to first.
Now batting the second baseman, number 5, Dylan Anders.
So Dylan Anders walked in the first inning. Flied out second inning. Scored a run off that walk in the first inning. He steps in there with 1 on and 2 outs here for Jackson. At the bottom of 4. Dominic Gray takes a look. As the runner attempted to steal. He threw the ball to second baseman, and the second baseman dropped the ball, lost the ball out into the ground there, and kind of got blocked out a little bit. The shortstop ended up picking it up, and it looked like Jared Pavic got all the way to second base, which should have been an out, and he's on second base on an error. So not sure that the coach of the Vikings is going to be too happy with that little play. Two balls. And here to Dylan Anders as the coach comes out to talk to Dominic Gray. We have a short time out here for a moment. A little conference between third base coach and the batter there, Dylan Anders, over on this side. And I guess things are pretty well discussed out there. So he probably just wanted him to throw some strikes in there, not get too carried away. Especially with that runner down on second now. It's high. Nice little ball moving slightly up and out. So that'd be 3 balls and no strikes here with 2 outs for Lake Stevens. As Dylan's probably going to take this all the way, as he's been probably told to by his coach. And he does. Take that strike inside for a called strike. So 3-1 with 2 outs here. Runner on second for Jackson as they try to get a couple more, get some more runs in here at least on top of those 2 they already have. That was a nice hard fastball down the middle, tipped off right into the backstop. So Dominic Gray's got a little bit of speed on that pitch. So 3-2 is the count to Dylan Anders as he's still hanging in there for Lake Stevens here today. As the curveball went outside. And it's a walk for Anders. So even though Jared Pavitt made his way down to second base, the net result of that little exchange was that he would have gotten there in the first place. So I think that we're going to have a change in pitching out here for Lake Stevens as Dominic Gray is done for the day. And it looks like the new pitcher is going to be number 6. I believe that's Zarin Perkins, who was playing third base. So we'll take a short break while we wait for the warm-up.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
And be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
All right, back here at Jackson High School here with a new pitcher in here for Lake
Jackson,
Stevens.
the catcher, number 33,
Coming in from
Scott.
third base, Zarin Perkins is taking over the pitching duties here for Dominic Gray. And Ethan Jenkins takes over third base for Lake Stevens here. And zipping into the plate for the Timberwolves is number 33, Ben Stick. Ben's got runners on first and second out there with 2 outs, facing a new pitcher here. Fresh arm in the 4th inning. That curveball just barely missed the inside. And Zarin Perkins working on his positioning here with the catcher. Takes a look back to second, does that curveball again. Curving down in there, looking good, but not quite in there for a strike. So 3 straight balls here to Ben Stick. As he's standing in there tall, will probably take this one easily. Let's see if Jared can throw that strike in there, and he does. Nice fastball right down the middle. So 3-1 to Ben. Ben got a hit in the first inning and grounded out in the third inning. So he likes to swing that bat, and at 3-1 count here, he's probably going to do that, and he pops it up. Shortstop's going over, right fielder's going over, and he dives for it, missed it, and that'll score 1 run for Jackson. Here comes the second run in, and I think he's going to be out. Yes, he is, and that'll end the inning, but 1 run came in. So Jackson picks up 1 run and a little excitement there to end that inning as Dylan Anders was called out at the plate. So that'll end the 4th here for Jackson. And we'll be back to the top of 5 right after this.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
You know that test drive I've been trying to get to? You're not going to believe this, but Raritan's of Monroe just delivered it to my work. I gotta go.
Too busy to schedule a test drive? Raritan's of Monroe will bring the test drive to you. It's part of our new concierge service.
All right, back here for the top of 5. Jackson leading this game 3-0 with 2 runs in the first and 1 run in the 4th there. And that last inning, a little excitement. So leadoff batter here for Lake Stevens, Tanner Lynn. Let's see what he can do as we start the top of 5 here. Takes that first pitch in there for a called strike. That one's a little on the outside for 1-1. Tanner got a hit in the first inning. Got all the way to third base. Didn't get in. Takes a cut at that ball low and outside for a strike. Strike number 2. Case Matter going all the way so far here for Jackson today as the pitcher. So that next pitch low and outside for ball 2. Tanner Lynn's back to a 2-2 count here as he takes that same pitch again outside for a full count, 3-2. So Case needs to get this one in there in the area zone. He's swinging a miss, swinging a hit over to second base, popped up easy over to first. And out number 1 for Tanner. 4-3.
Now batting the shortstop, number 10, Hunter Zelasco.
So Hunter Zelasco up to the plate. See what he can get something going here for Lake Stevens today against Jackson. That's a nice pitch, but a little bit low. Ball 1. And 1 strike in here to Hunter. Another ground ball to the second baseman. He's getting a little action over there this inning. Back to first for the out. For out number 2. So 2 identical plays. Ground ball to second base over to first for out.
Number 6, Perkins.
This will bring up Zarin Perkins. Now pitching for Lake Stevens as he takes that first pitch in there for a called strike. Zarin struck out in the first inning. A nice fly ball out in the center field for an out in the third inning. So as a pitcher and a batter for Lake Stevens right now, I'm sure he'd like to get a hit as he takes that pitch for a called strike on the inside corner. 1-2 the count. Whoa. High fly ball outside. Almost got away from the catcher there. 2-2, and that's a ground ball popped right up to the pitcher. Handled nicely over the first for the out. So 1, 2, 3 outs here for Lake Stevens. As Jackson will come back here for the bottom of 5 right after this.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
All right, back here live. Jackson High School. Bradley Lundquist stepping in here for Jackson, leading this ball game 3-0 here. Takes that first pitch in there for a called strike from Zarin Perkins, who's stepped in there as a pitcher. Third pitcher here for Lake Stevens today. Hard hit ball over the shortstop, not over the shortstop. A nice run back and got it. I thought it was going to make it over the shortstop's head, but nice little cover back there for an out.
Now batting the third baseman, number 2, Ryan Contreras.
So out number 1 for Jackson brings up Ryan Contreras. Third baseman here for, and he's going to look like he was going to bunt, backed off of that. The third baseman came charging in to make that attempt to make the play if there was going to be one. That is a ball 1. That takes a cut at the next one for a strike. So Ryan's sitting there with 1-1. Ryan walked in the first inning, made it all the way down to second base. Got a hit in the third inning. He hits that ball, popped up. Shortstop gets under it and catches that for the out. Number 2. So just like at the top of the inning, had 2 balls hit to the second baseman for Lake Stevens. Jackson hits 2 balls in the air to the shortstop for the outs. Jeremy Vieira, designated hitter here for Jackson today. Got a hit back in the third inning. Takes that strike, thought about swinging at it, but didn't. 2 strikes to Jeremy. There throws a nice hard fastball right in there for a called strike. Jeremy caught looking to end the inning there with a strikeout. And that will end 5 here for us today at Jackson High School. We'll be back for 6 right after this.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
All right, we're in here for the start of the 6th inning here as Jackson takes Tanner Lind off the mound and takes Darren Perkins off the mound. And, where am I going here? Brings in Evan Canfield as the pitcher here. I'll get this straight in a minute. So, hard hit ball to the shortstop. Picked up, bobbled easy, but almost over, and not in time, not a good enough throw. Pulled the first baseman off the bag there, so. Blake Stevens has a runner on first base there. Aaron.
Now batting the designated hitter at number 5, Trey Long.
Brings Long up to the plate for Blake Stevens here. So we get a quick start here on the 6th inning. Foul tip off the back. This designated hitter here, Lon, struck out in the 1st inning, got a hit in the 3rd inning, so he's 1 for 1. Another throw over there to first base. In there safe. Evan Canfield trying to get things under control here as he's a new pitcher here for Jackson, and that ball's popped up. First baseman wandering around and should have gone over to catch it. And the second baseman called him and dove for it and missed it. And it just landed right behind the first baseman. So could have been an out and wasn't. Just ends up being a long strike. Not sure why first baseman didn't do that over there. This is Jared Bavick. He could have. Curve ball for a ball high. Here's Talone. That's a nice pitch and it was hit out to left field. Left fielder sitting underneath it. Catches it easily into the shortstop, holding the runner back at first base for out number 1.
Now batting the first baseman, number 9, Kate Bruce.
Brings up the first baseman, Kate Bruce here. There's the pitch. Called strike. Bruce just looking at that. 1 out here, 1 on for Kate. There's a throw over to first baseman. First base, I hold the runner back there, but he's not very far off the plate. Not sure why Evans worried about him right now. Another nice curve ball dropping in there for a called strike. So Brewster's behind the count here, 0-2. Trying to get something going here for Lake Stevens today, with a runner on first and 1 out. Pops that one up over the fence and out. So still looking at that 0-2 count. So Bruce, see, steps back in there. There's a hard hit ball out to left field. Left fielder comes in and drops in front of him. So Bruce gets a hit. Advancing Aaron down to second base.
Now batting
So
the center fielder,
runners on
number
first and
21,
second.
Cameron Austin.
Brings up Cameron Austin. He's playing center field here today for. He looks like he's going to bunt, but I'm not sure why. He got 1 out. He's just kind of shaking things up a little bit there, I think. So it should be 1 ball to Cameron here. Oh, he looks like he is going to bunt. Tried to bunt for a base hit and bunted it foul. Maybe he likes to bunt for a base hit. As he should be looking at 1 ball and 1 strike, I think, here. The scoreboard's not on the same game. Top of 6 here. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch, and he's looked to maybe bunt again, and that ball was in the dirt. So Evan Canfield is in a little bit of trouble here for Jackson, although they've got a 3-0 lead in this ball game. Let's see what he can do to hold this one off. Here's the look in. Steps off the mound, brings the runners back to the bases. Get ready for a restart here. There's the pitch. And again, there's the throw down to third. Nice steal, and that ball's in the dirt. So just like that, Aaron's down on third. But Kate Bruce stayed on first. So 2 balls, 1 strike in here to Cameron Austin. He's got runners at the corners here. pitch. And he tried to bunt again. I think he's going to get called for a strike there. And he is. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Cameron here. 2 on, 1 out. That ball was just a little high and outside. Full count to Cameron. Runner on first will definitely be going as we have a timeout here. Yeah, I thought it was too. Yeah, I thought it was the 3rd ball as well, and so fourth they had 3 balls on them, so it was a walk. So the coaches come out and agree that that it is a walk. And I thought I had it right originally, and I did. So now bases are loaded. Swing and a miss as Ethan Jenkins is batting. Came into the ball game. That pitch is in the dirt. Bases loaded here though for Lake Stevens. Tying run on first, leading run at the plate. Jackson a little bit in trouble. I would say a lot of trouble here with 1 out. 1 ball, 2 balls, and 1 strike. Lots of noise here by the bench. 3 balls and 1 strike. Looks like Ben Stecken wants to go out there and have a conversation with Evan. Not sure what the mix-up was, but just settle him down a little bit. So Jackson with that big 3-0 lead here is in jeopardy as that ball is called strike for a 3-2 count. So Jenkins. And a strike. Struck him out.
2 outs.
Only, well, I think Jackson thought there were 3 outs there for a minute. They were about ready to run that one off. But that was only out number 2.
Now batting the catcher number 3, Tommy Lindgren.
So number 3, Tommy Lindgren, catcher here for Jackson, has a chance to see if he can make something happen here with 2 outs and the bases loaded. As Evan Canfield throws that first pitch outside for ball 1. And called strike in there for Lindgren. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Pop foul. Strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded here for Lindgren. As Lake Stevens would definitely like to get that ball out in the field somewhere in that so high and outside pitch for ball number 2. So Lindgren looking good so far in here as Canfield winds up and throws it, and there's a fly ball going out to right field over the shortstop's head. 1 run scores, 2nd run's coming in, and it will score. So 2 runs by Lake Stevens here to get them back in this ball game with 2 outs. And that It should have runners on first and second with 2 outs. Tying run on second.
11, Devin McWaters. Now batting left fielder number 23, Tanner Lynn.
So Tanner Lynn, leadoff batter here for Lake Stevens at the plate. Foul tip off and out of play. Evan Canfield still working on the mound out there as he gives up 2 runs here in this 6th inning. That pitch is a little high, 1-1 to Tanner Lynn. Take a look at the plate again here. There's a pop fly ball to center field. Shortstop, second baseman going back. Center fielder, somebody caught that ball. That may have been, I couldn't see who it was. It might have been a shortstop who got that, but ended the threat there by Lake Stevens with 2 runs in on a couple of hits. And close ball game here as we go into the bottom of 6 right after this.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
You know that test drive I've been trying to get to? You're not going to believe this, but Raritan's of Monroe just delivered it to my work. I gotta go.
Too busy to schedule a test drive? Raritan's of Monroe will bring the test drive to you. It's part of our new concierge service.
All right, back here for bottom of the 6th inning here. For Jackson, number 46, Dominic Hellman. Gonna lead off here the bottom of the 6th inning. Dominic walked in the 1st inning, struck out in the 3rd inning. Follows that one back into the backstop here right in front of us for strike number 1. So Jackson trying to get a little insurance here maybe this inning. Giving up 2 runs the last inning here as Dominic takes a swing and a miss at that pitch. Jackson got 3 runs in so far this game on 7 hits. Jackson got 2 runs in on 5 hits. As Dominic gets called for a strikeout there. So out number 1.
Now batting the first baseman, number 30, Jared Pavick.
Brings up Jared Pavick. Been playing 3rd base here all day for Jackson as he hit that ball, high ball, fly into shortstop. Yep, shortstop under it for out number 2. So quick 1-2 outs here for Jackson at the bottom of 6th.
Now batting
Brings
the
up
fielder, number 31, Kyle Sears.
Kyle Sears playing center field here today for Jackson. Got a hit in the 2nd inning, struck out in the 4th inning. 1 for 2 here today. Hard hit ball right past the shortstop. Bob missed it. He actually got his glove on it. I thought he was going to miss it for a minute there. Got kind of blocked out by the post of the screen here. So too hard to handle. I think we're going to call that a hit. So
now batting the left fielder, number 32, Case Matter.
that'll bring up Case Matter, who's playing left field now. pitched for quite a while in the game today. So far doing a good job for Jackson here. Struck out in the first inning, hit fly ball out center field in the fourth inning.
Make sure you tell everybody the camera was hit. It had to be reset. It's fine now.
Oh, the camera did have to be reset. Okay. I was just informed that the camera had to be reset. I'm not sure what that meant, but maybe you weren't seeing what I'm seeing because I'm not looking through the camera. There's a ground ball foul past third base. So 2-1 the count here. The case. Two outs, runner on first here for Jackson. That pitch is high. Aaron Perkins still doing the pitching duties out there for Lake Stevens today. There's a fly ball. Deep left field, left fielder going back and caught it on the run for out number 3. Nice long ball, nice long out. So out number 3 for Case. And that will end top of 7 here.
After 6 innings, Jackson.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
We're back here for the top of 7. Jackson leading this ball game 3-2.
Now batting for Lake Stevens.
And Lake Stevens trying to get back in here.
Velasco.
That should be number 10, Hunter Velasco. Stepping in here. So Jackson hoping to get 3 outs here fairly quickly and come away with a victory on this game. As that first pitch there by Evan Canfield's in there for a called strike. I thought it was a called strike. It looked like he called it a ball. 2 balls, according to the scoreboard anyway. And that pitch is in the dirt. Oh, no, I was right the first time. Scoreboard's corrected. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pop fly back into the, over the backstop. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, so there's 1 out for Evan Canfield here as he steps in here in relief for Case Matter. Aaron Perkins stepping in here for Jackson with 1 out now, trying to get things going as he follows that one back off the plate and into the backstop. Kind of quiet here in both dugouts right now. Here's the pitch. All outside, ball 2. Perkins struck out in the first inning. Doesn't think he wants to strike out in this inning. Fly ball out, right center field. That's a deep ball. Going to go for extra bases, going for 2. He's going to try to go for 3. Here's the throw down to third. It's going to be too late, and he's all the way in for a triple, and a great at-bat there for Zarin Perkins as he makes his way all the way around to third. There's some excitement from the fans over there. So the tying run is at third base here for Lake Stevens. 1 out. Aaron Lampinen steps in here, and we're getting a lot of excitement out of the Lake Stevens bench now, trying to get things excited here for their team as they want to try to get back in this ball game. So Aaron walked in the first inning, hit a fly ball in the second inning, and got a hit last time he was up at the plate here. So let's see what he can do again. He's 1 for 3. Takes that pitch in there. 1-on-1 is the count to him. Jackson hoping to hold on here, keep that tying run at third base. There's a fly ball. Going to go out to center field. Center fielder's going back, and he's going to be able to catch it for the out, but I'm sure that run from third's going to come in. And an RBI for Aaron as the Lake Stevens fans applaud, and this ball game's all tied up here.
Batting the designated hitter, number 5, Trey Long.
Trey Long is at the plate here for Lake Stevens now. The pitch is outside. Long is 0 for 3 at the plate today with a strikeout. A couple of long fly balls. 2-1's the count here to him. That ball's a called strike in there. 2-2. And that's a walk. So Long gets down to first base here.
Now batting the first baseman, number 9, Tate Brust.
So Kate Brust steps into the ball game here. Runner on first. Takes that first pitch in there for a called strike. Lake Stevens back in this ball game now. There's a chop at that ball, rolling slowly down the third base coach. Two outs here as the Vikings trying to get things going. See if we can get a lead run here. Evan Canfield steps off the mound. Do a restart. There's the runner stealing. That And he's going to be out, I'm pretty sure. He's out. Trying to steal second base right there. Not sure what was going on with that, but out number 3 on an attempted steal. And that will take us to the bottom of 7 here and see if Jackson can come back and get in this ball game.
Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
You know that test drive I've been trying to get to? You're not going to believe this, but Raritan's of Monroe just delivered it to my work. I gotta go.
Too busy to schedule a test drive? Raritan's of Monroe will bring the test drive to you. It's part of our new concierge service.
All right. Bottom of the 7th inning here.
Jackson is the second baseman, number 5, Dylan.
High ball game, 3-3. Bringing up Dylan Anders here for Jackson. Jackson would like nothing better than to try to end this ball game here in 7th inning here with a win. Takes a cut at that first pitch for a strike. So Dylan walked in the first inning. Walked in the 4th inning. Hit a fly ball in the 2nd inning. Pops that one up. Shortstop going over. Looks like he's going to be able to cover it easily. Does for out number 1. So 1 down for Jackson.
Now batting for Jackson is the catcher,
Brings up
number 33, Ben
catcher
Steck.
today, Ben Steck. Ben been doing yeoman duty down there behind the plate today. And a little conference out on the mound there with pitching coach. And not sure what the discussion is, but I thought he did pretty good on the first batter, so maybe just a little conversation to see. He's going to figure out what his plans are after the game. Who's driving? Who's buying beers? I don't know. Maybe he's not talking about that. Maybe he was talking about the game. Anyway, he's done talking, so he's going back to the bench now. And Ben Steck steps back in there at the plate. Here's the pitch. Ball's outside for ball 1. Ball 2. Zaren's trying to close things out here for the Vikings. Out giving up that winning run. 3 balls. Well, whatever the coach went out there and said to him didn't work because he threw 3 straight balls. So he didn't because he didn't try. I don't think this one should be in there. And 4 straight balls, and he walks Ben.
Right fielder, number 39, Bradley Lundquist.
Brings up Bradley Lundquist. Bradley got a hit in the first inning. 1 for 3 so far today. There's a hard over the shortstop's head into the outfield, and that advances the runner to second base. So that winning run is on second base now for Jackson.
Now batting the third baseman, number 2, Ryan Contreras.
That brings up Ryan Contreras. Ryan's 1 for 3 today with a walk in the first inning, a hit in the second inning. A nice hit here might score that run. Put an end to this game. Ball's in the dirt for, oh, that wasn't in the dirt. That was a called strike. I guess he just dropped it. A winning run on second base here for Jackson. Called strike number 2. So Ryan's kind of got to look closely at this next pitch here to see what he's going to do. 1 out, 2 on. Fastball outside for ball 1. Looking again at the pitch here. Starting to cool off a little bit. And there's a nice curveball that got fouled off. So Ryan staying in that batter's box after fouling off that nice pitch. Still 1-2. There's a ground ball. The shortstop picked it up, couldn't handle it, and runners advance, so
Now batting the designated hitter, number 42, Jeremy Vieira.
so 1 out, bases loaded here for Jackson. And Jeremy Vieira, that designated hitter, at the plate with a hit back in the third inning. 1 for 3 for Jeremy as well. He definitely would like to get a hit now. Anything hit, a long fly ball is going to score that run. So got to get that bat on the ball here today. That ball's high. A walk scores a run, but I don't think that's what Lake Stevens wants to do. There's a hard hit ball over the shortstop, and that'll end the ball game right there. As 1 run comes in, 2 runs comes in, but I think 1 run's all that counts, and it's over with. And Jackson comes back in the bottom of the 7th to win this ball game for them today. A nice outing for Jackson today, winning 4-3 on 9 hits.
Lake Stevens 3.
And we'll sign off here. We're going to give player of the game. We're going to player of the game to the pitcher for Jackson today, who did most of the way there, Case Matter, number 32. And we'll get out to him in a little bit, and we'll probably sign off here for the ball game today with Jackson on the win. This is Ron Henthorn and Todd Elvick running the switch in the big red truck out there. So we'll see you again Friday night for soccer up at Lake Stevens. Thanks for tuning in.